What's up, y'all? It's Lawrence from Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk. And today I have my superpowers vintage Batman. I say that because I got the last Batman that Superpowers slash Mcfarlane did. But now we're getting a more up-to-date classic version of the character. Finding my words. So this looks dope. This is what I was actually hoping to get, and if I would have gotten it, I probably wouldn't have bought the last one, but who can have too many Batman figures? Let's go. Boom, here we go. Check out the package, guys. I'm an 80s baby, so this is bringing me right back to my childhood, man. Take a look at this. I love this. Now, honestly, if I would have known they were coming out with this, I would have never gotten the previous Superpowers Batman figure. It's cool. It's based off of Hush. When I think of Superpowers, I'm thinking this, man. I'm thinking this old school, classic gray and blue Batman. Look at back, and you get all the figures that's come out before and the ones in this wave, which is Wonder Woman, Tim Drake Robin, Batman, Black Manta, and Aquaman. I don't need to collect all of these to tell you the truth. I'm a Batman Superman guy. So I'm probably just gonna stick with this one for this wave. But you'll see what I've gotten so far. You can take a look at this. I'm not sure if it's the same exact one from the Hush one. I think it probably is though. Let me know in the comments section. And here's the barcode, classic detective. Now, I don't even want to open this. This is like an on-card dope thing to have in your collection. But I already have a Superman one on card to represent. Oh, they look really good together. Maybe I'll get another one of these down the line. But I'm definitely opening this bad boy up. And just in case I want to preserve the card, I'm gonna just cut along the seams right here. Now, people look at this and say this is the classic Batman, but maybe because I'm old, 80s baby, but this was the Batman that I grew up with. He didn't start having the pouchy belt with a bat with no oval till a little later. I mean, he had it back in the day, but as far as me looking at Batman, I mean, he looked like this all the way up until like the late 90s, right? So this is just kind of like Batman to me, and this might do. I'm keeping this. I don't think I need to get one on card. This freaking works. So dope. So much nostalgia. But let's get Batman open. And already I can tell a big improvement since the last time, because there doesn't look like there's a hole through the cape. There is no hole through the cape. It's through this slot, and they improved on that since the Wonder Woman figure, because she has the cape, and her cape did not have a hole in it. So that's nice. It's nice that Mcfarlane is listening to us fans. But let's take a look at this figure, man. Let me bring down the light. It's a little washed out. There we go. You can see him much better. That is dope. And the cape feels good, guys. The cape feels really good. I'll do a comparison in a second, but take a look at this figure. Look at that head sculpt. Now, I had this figure growing up, and it's still in the attic of my parents' house where most of my toys are. But this is such a good figure. It looks exactly like what I had growing up. Look at that face sculpt. The pointy ears. Now this is different, this black here, but that's kind of how he was drawn in the comics. I don't know if it was supposed to be black or that kind of like a shadowing thing, but that's how he looked. And get the articulation here. Only difference is really that you squeeze his legs, nothing happens. Capsule belt. And it doesn't, that's weird. Like there's no, like it's no connection, but who's looking at him from the back anyway? Ah, man, that's such a, it's great. And the insignia, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Capsule belt, which doesn't make as much sense as a pouch belt, but it's classic, man. It is so classic. Now, let's take a look at this cape. Now, this is great. Perfect. Just about perfect. Now, here's a comparison. Here's what came with the Hush Batman. This, already you can see a difference in quality. And the infamous hole. But this was such a I don't know, like a ribbon type material that just isn't good. It just didn't look good. For those of you who didn't get that Batman, I mean, this is what it looked like, and not great. I wound up getting a Cape Masters cape for that Batman figure. I'll show it to you guys in a second, but the cape is excellent. Around the neck could be better. It's a little sloppy, but look, it's gonna definitely do the job. Absolutely. Let me sit him here, stand him here. We drop this angle down as we start comparing him to some other figures. There we go. Let me bring up the light just a hair. That's pretty dope, man. Now, let's take a look at this Hush figure. This Hush Batman. Like I said, I would have not have gotten him. But, I mean, this has the spirit of superpowers. This is superpowers. And I'm all for them taking, you know, different designs. But even just, like, you know, different artist interpretations of the Batman, whether it's Jim Lee or the old school, I'm cool with that. But even just the sculpt of the figure, this is not superpowers. This is exactly like superpowers, you know, at least to my memory. And this Cape Masters cape is pretty comparable. Cape Masters is a little better, but I want to say that Mcfarlane, you stepped your games up. I don't think you guys are going to have to buy a Cape Masters cape for this figure. I mean, Cape Masters is definitely neater around the collar. But as far as fabric goes, I don't think you have to. But if you want something a little neater around the collar, a little longer, a little shorter, definitely check out Cape Masters. You might hear my son screaming in the background. He's having a great time, so don't mind that. Now, what I am concerned about this is looking at the scaling right now. This figure is significantly bigger than this figure and taller, as you can see, which doesn't bother me when I bring in Superman, because, you know, Superman should be bigger than Batman. I think Superman's a bigger guy. Again, that Cape Masters cape is perfect. Get that. Get your Cape Masters Superman cape, because the one they gave us for this figure is do. And I don't know if they're going to give us a classic Superman figure like this. This is kind of that. Oops. But anyways, I digress. So he is bigger than Batman, which works well. But if you start bringing in the Justice League, should everybody be bigger than Batman? Now the Flash might scale. The Flash's body style is a little different. So is Martian Manhunter. Sorry, it's hard to get the Flash to stand, but the Flash, yeah, he's a little taller than Batman. So it's like all the newer sculpts are taller than Batman. And the one that's a little closer to the vintage sculpt is short, which can make displaying these a little weird. You can do forced perspective, something like this, where you kind of play with it. You can't tell who's taller, but these figures aren't they're not articulated. You're not getting them in poses. You're pretty much standing them up on your shelf. And it kind of sucks that if you had them all like in a line, Batman's shorter than the Flash and John Stewart. But this is what might be an issue. He is taller than Wonder Woman, which is cool. And if they were the same height, it's fine. Wonder Woman's an Amazon. And real quick, I digress again. You can just see the evolution of their capes. This is way better than what we got with the Batman and Superman, but this is way better than this. So McFarlane is putting in that work, hearing our complaints. Now, the big issue is this when it comes to scaling, is that this Batman and this Nightwing, that's a problem. Nightwing, you can make an argument for John Stewart. You can kind of make an argument for the Flash, not really. But Nightwing should not be taller or bigger than Batman. And the Bat family should scale well together. And they don't. So that's a bit of a problem for this line. I don't think the newer ones that might be matching more the retro feel is going to match well with the ones that came before it. And McFarlane scaling has always been crazy in the other lines, but this line, you know, they share similar sculpts. But anyways, so that's the dilemma here. I'm not getting the Tim Drake Robin because although that figure's cool, that is not how Tim Drake looks to me. And although Tim Drake, that Robin has been with the Batman in this costume, you know, Nightfall and all that stuff, this Toy Biz Robin is now that's Batman and Robin. That's what I grew up with. And this is that Toy Biz cape. And as you can see, McFarlane has surpassed that when before they were way under this Toy Biz cape. Still, Toy Biz is way neater around the collar. That's how it used to be back in the day. Same thing with Superpowers, like really great, that C around the collar, whereas this is just messy, too much fabric over here, and maybe I can fix that, but it's not that big of a deal. But that's that Batman and Robin. That works really freaking well. And the reason why I'm not gonna get that Tim Drake figure, as I told you, I think the colors are too bright. I just don't think it's Tim Drakey enough because I have this Kenner Tim Drake that is still pretty amazing. And I think I'm gonna stand him up with these guys. You know, that kind of works for me. I mean, his sculpt is just way better. Although this isn't Superpowers, this is from that Batman Returns collection, but I think this kind of works better. And that's Tim Drake to me. Darker reds, darker greens, the two-sided cape. But if you get the new Tim Drake, I keep saying this, hit up Cape Master, because he's definitely gonna make one of these bad boys. But I'm not reviewing these guys. We're talking about this Batman figure right here. I'm also not getting the Batmobile because I have my classic joint right here, man. And tell me, you 80s babies, Tell me that's not bringing you back. That is bringing me right back. Whew! This is so dope. Now, this Batmobile I had since I was a kid. This isn't something I picked up as an adult. This is straight up like I played with this when I was 6 years old, 5 years old. So it was beat up, but you get the idea. That is freaking sick. It's Batman and Robin, man. Got that right there. Got the Batwing. I was one of the guys that didn't open this well and kind of sort of broke my canopy. Let's see how he looks in the Batwing. And since he's a smaller figure, he actually fits in everything a little easier than the previous Batman did. You gotta be careful. That's dope. You got Robin driving the Batmobile. Batman's in the... I mean, it goes. It goes. Now, I have a really big unboxing where I unbox this and the other figures. Hit that video up where you get to see more of this. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like seeing this Batman in these vehicles. And it's pretty perfect. And with this Toy Biz Robin, I'm right back into my childhood. I wish I had my Superpowers Batman to compare it to, but I'll put an image up of that right here. And as you can see, they made some little changes, but it screams that figure. Now, the closest thing I have on hand to that old Superpowers Batman figure is this bad boy. This Michael Keaton Batman figure. And what's really important about it is that Kenner reused the sculpt of Superpowers. They took out, you know, his knee joint, but it's pretty much the same sculpt. And as you can see, they definitely mirror each other. That's impressive. Mcfarlane really got the sculpt down. They got it down pretty perfectly. Wow. It'd be great if you had an open hand. So we can have, many of us collectors have extra batarangs. You could throw a batarang in his hand or something. I have a Toy Biz batarang that would have fit perfectly. But anyways, that is it. You know, this is my long-awaited Superpowers Batman. Looks so good. This is straight up the Super Friends. Wonder Woman stands out a bit, man. Her face is so good, it doesn't feel stylized like the rest of them. But still a cool figure, and then have this type of Bat family off to the side in a whole different timeline. Whole different timeline. Straight up Super Friends right here. Now my boy Jack, our shot of milk, who's on this channel, makes fun of the fact that these toys don't have any real articulation. But you 80s babies, you superpower collectors know that that's not why we got into the game. That's not, if they had more articulation, it would not be what we grew up with. So that's the video, man. That's the video. It's a great figure. More 360. Let me know what you guys think. It's freaking sick. I'll see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the playlist up. We got so many other unboxings. I unbox these figures in there. You get to see more of the collection. Check it out. How can I forget the mail away? Clark Kent. Oh, now I'm making a mess. I should have just ended it there. All right. I'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk.